Hey, how y'all doing? This is Seji Hito here to bring y'all the news. Well, this is a little bit of a different live stream that you can clearly see by the title, which is stated Men Can Be Stalked, right? Or Men Can Have Stalkers. Yo, Hack, what is up? What is up? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. It is currently 1/14/2024, 12:53 p.m. So the reason I wanted to bring up this video is because we always hear the narrative of, women are always looked at as being weak. They're always stalked. It's always dangerous out here for women, and men could never understand, right? There's always a double standard, right? You'll have people that will say, well, these things happen to women because they're weak, they're fragile, and it's easy to go directly after them, right? But on the flip side, you have incidences, which I've covered before, where you have men who are athletic, who are strong, who are being stalked directly by women. These women find out who these men are, they find out where they live, they follow them, they'll leave gifts of food, directly for these men. Again, you don't know what this woman did. She could have poisoned this food. She could have tried to do some type of blood ritual. If you don't know what any of those things are, you can look that up. You even have videos of women on TikTok showcasing how to do a supposed blood ritual, right? And people will, in a sense, laugh, or they will turn away from the notion or the thought of a man having a female stalker. Some guys will sit there and say, man, I wish I had like a stalker, and all these, like I said, up until you actually fully deal with it, people believe it's a completely fine notion. But when you're in the reality of the situation, you start to understand how dangerous these things actually are. So this is the brother that I'm going to showcase to you. This is TikTok. This is Coach Kells. Coach Kells is a personal trainer. Let's see if I can scroll through real quick. So this is Coach Kells here. And the videos I'm going to showcase, some of them he doesn't have up anymore because the women of the woman who was stalking him, and that's been stalking him for a while, they asked him to take off the videos because they're going to handle the situation. Within some of the videos, you'll hear him reference that. You'll also hear him reference that he's gone to, I think, the police as well. And even with him going to the police even laughed him directly, roughly, almost out of the station. So, anyways, let's get to the video.
I can't hear you. Somebody knows me. Okay. They wanted you to give me what? A note? So you follow me to give me a note?
How do you know that?
Because I pay attention to my surroundings. And this is the second time. I pay attention. This is the second time. Your dogs? No, I saw you. Okay.
I had you on Instagram.
Okay.
And they told me that
Who is they? The gods. Okay.
Be quiet, stay out of my business. So I didn't like to see and I don't really stop,
This is what this is. I've been letting it slide. I've been letting it slide.
So, okay, just to clarify, because I know it might be a little bit hard for people to hear. The woman that you hear directly in the video is the woman that's been stalking Coach Kells for quite some years. And she decided to state that the reason that she pulled up to him was because somebody told her that they wanted her to leave him a note. She's trying to act like she's the third party in the situation. But then once he revealed and told her, hey, I've seen you before. You already, follow me. I watch my surroundings. That's when she basically started laughing. And now she's bringing God into the saying that, God told me that, I should do this and whatnot. And, I got you on Instagram. Like I said, I'm trying to get y'all to understand how dangerous this is. Now, he is, in a sense, he's not acting in which a way that some people feel that he normally should act. He's trying to be like, okay, it's cool, whatnot or whatever. He's not trying to, potentially antagonize, maybe, make the situation, more dangerous. He's trying to be as nice as possible about the situation, right? So again, I want people to pay attention.
Because I'm not like I'm not mean, I'm not rude, and I've been letting it slide. But
Okay, but they said you was famous on Instagram.
it don't matter. It don't matter. This ain't cool. I've been letting it slide with letting you come to the gym. But this is too much. This too much.
I just moved.
What they gotta do anything?
I mean,
So I just want to understand why you're following me. What were you following me to do? You wanted to know what side of town I stay on. So you follow me home. I saw you, so I was switching lanes. All right, y'all. So Asia came back.
So remember what you just heard him say. He was like, I let it slide. That's him being nice. He was like, you showed up, or, quote unquote, going to the gym. And he was like, nah, this is getting ridiculous. This is getting way too much. So you sat up here and followed me home. So again, the same exact things that women have stated that happen directly to them, right? And people state that this happens to women because they're easy targets, because they're not strong, because people know that they can't defend themselves. You have a guy who is strong. You have a guy that has height. He is well equipped to obviously protect himself, right? From most dangers out here. But you see that you have a woman that is stalking him, right? And now in this video, he's going to clear cut show you that she knows, where he lives, or I think, let me see, I'm trying to look in the background. I think this is maybe the gym that he might work at, but any which way, home or place of work, she dropped him off something to eat.
And last time she left some pizza and some Fanta. This time, we got some wings, some chicken wings, and some nuggets. No, I'm not gonna eat it. Don't fucking test my intelligence. I'm not eating this shit.
So let me pause that. Hack said if he had done it, the police would have arrested him on the spot. But because the stalker is a woman, she gets a pass. Western societies, yeah. Like I said, it's the double standard. Again, like I've stated before, the only ones that people feel can ever be in danger is specifically women, because women are quote unquote weaker, right? Never at any point in time can a man who has strength, he has height, or appears to be, not at any point in time can a person such as that ever be the victim of stalking or any type of violent behavior. Like I said, only here will things like this get laughed at. Only here in America, where you as a man, if you're actually doing the proper things that you need to do instead of trying to handle it yourself, you're laughed out of the police station by other men or other police officers there because they don't want to take the situation serious.
You got a note. It says, another gift. Instagram, beautiful girl. And you have a Fanta. that was probably opened and poisoned. Let's see what the notes say. So today we got a picture of her and presumably her mother, I'm assuming. The back says,
Like
one-on-one
that's
sessions,
how you
Monday,
know
Tuesday,
somebody crazy.
Wednesdays. We can use my membership. She is working with Planet Fitness. Drive with me there.
You're sending a picture of you and your mom. Or a family. Like that's
And then
crazy.
we got a cutout newspaper, Planet Fitness coupon. 24 cents down, $10 a month. Another day in the life of Kev.
Like I said, this is dangerous.
It's gonna be easy.
Bro, she's back. And she has the fucking dog. What the fuck, G? Like, I'm at my school, about to leave. I just got out of class. This girl's parked right next to me. I just so happened to look over. And she's just out here. This is crazy.
Hey, Gil.
What is happening, bro?
Now, these are the messages that he has continuously gotten directly from her. And you see that it's only her basically talking continuously, right? And you see some of the messages he responded to, and then all the rest he did not. And it's a continuous thing. And you see how many calls she's trying to sit up there and do. Right?
Aja thinks Kel is cute.
People keep sending this to me. Take her seriously.
So this is, I wanted to sit up there and put this directly up there, right? This is a woman. All the paperwork that this woman has, she had a stalker. So for a lot of people that, may want to try to say, oh, you can't believe anything on social media. Everything is fake, right? Because that's the way to be dismissive to every single thing, because a lot of people don't want to actually take the time. They don't want to look. They don't want to do a deep dive, do any type of research, right? So you had this woman here who lived this in real life. She has the paperwork to back up specifically everything that she is saying. I'm talking about sheets on sheets on sheets of police reports. She is backing up Coach Kells and what specifically is happening to him. She specifically told people, hey, this is what I've gone through. Please don't be dismissive. Believe every single thing that he is saying, because I've lived this. Right? And like I said, it's a shame that it has to get to the point where you need or have to have other people who have specifically went through this in order to basically help speak up for another person, because so many people out there want to be dismissive because of how it is that this man looks physically. They don't want to believe that a man such as him could ever have a problem such as that, right? But let's get into what she stated.
Someone who actually had to shoot a stalker in self-defense when he kicked my door open at 1 o'clock in the morning. Take her seriously. A lot of the things that she is saying to him were also said by the person who was stalking me. Trying to leave gifts, believing that the Bible is actually telling him what to do, referring to himself in third person. This person is unhinged. And I can't think of any other crime that we take as unserious as stalking. Even in day-to-day conversation, people joke like, oh, I was stalking his page. No, you weren't. No, you weren't. You maybe lingered a little bit too long. You should probably go outside, but you weren't stalking this person. This is a crime. And to operate under the assumption that this person is not dangerous because they are a woman, you might lose your life. It's not cute. It's not fun and games. It's not an episode of You. You don't want a stalker. You might think that you do, but you don't. And it doesn't matter. You can file police report after police report after police report. Oftentimes you will leave with unhelpful information like a personal safety plan checklist. Keep your phone charged and ready at all times. Change your locks and install security devices on your window. If you're really lucky, you might get a stalking fact sheet that has resources and phone numbers that if you call them or go to the website, they're outdated. Sometimes the numbers don't even work. I'm not trying to scare anyone, but I wasn't taken seriously about the stalker, despite the fact that he was a man and he was bigger than me. And I actually had threats on paper that were like, I'm going to kill you and get away with it. There's an additional layer of nefariousness when it comes to having a woman stalker and being a man, because people treat you like it's a joke.
Yep.
Like, oh, well, you should be happy, or, oh, you can't handle it. No, that is not the appropriate response. It's not funny. This shit destroys you. And if you are somebody who fixes your mouth to make a joke about stalking or ha 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 he, I'm actually very happy for you, because it means that life has not broken your heart yet. And I hope that you just keep living as fully as possible before it does. So I beg this person who's experiencing this to take this seriously, because at the end of the day, no one is coming to save you.
Pay attention.
I made the terrible mistake of operating under the assumption that the police were put in place to serve and protect.
Pay attention to what she said. This is something that I've told you guys continuously, even outside of a video like this that I'm showcasing. I've told you guys this so many times. The police are not here to protect and serve you. They're not. What did the police do for her? They didn't do nothing. Did they stop the stalker? Did they catch him? No, she had to go out and defend herself. You see all of that paperwork, that's because the police aren't here to do their job. You're not the rich. You're not the elite. You're not the corporations. You are not the government. She literally told you, a person, this is a woman that had to defend herself against a man that was stalking her. She had to use her own weapon in order to defend herself. It wasn't the police that came to her house and caught him. It wasn't God that came to her house and caught him. It wasn't the Justice League that came to her house and caught him. It was her. As she stated before, nobody is going to come and save you. I hope that people pay attention to that. And for a lot of those people that believe in God out there, always remember that God gave you common sense. So you can sit up there and throw up all the prayers that you want to. That is not going to help you. Again, this woman more than likely would not be here if she did not have her license to carry and fully defended herself against her own stalker, because God wasn't going to do that. Like I said, God gave you common sense, so you better use that common sense wisely. She did. The police, again, did not come to save her. They gave her all of the paperwork. Hey, keep your phone charged. Wow, no shit, Sherlock. Yeah, somebody going through something like this, yeah, they should always have everything charged. No duh. But like I said, this is the type of work that the police will do. Nothing. They give you sheets as if you're doing work at an elementary school. Again, no matter what amount of proof this woman had, she didn't receive help from the quote unquote proper authorities. She didn't receive help from the police, not even female police officers. So like I said, to a lot of people out there, always remember, nobody, and I mean nobody, is going to come and save you other than you. If you don't have the will and the drive to save yourself, it is what it is. She obviously had that. So again, take note.
That is not the case, and I learned the hard way. Worst thing that you could probably possibly do is to let your guard down because the person who is stalking you is a woman.
All right, so let me tell you all the steps that I have taken to get this to stop. So the first thing I did, obviously I asked her to stop. Told her to stop, told her I wasn't interested, to leave me alone, blah, 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 blah. Obviously that's the first step. Second step, when it went on for a while and one of my first videos went viral, her mom's reached out and talked to her mom, try to get help that way. That didn't go anywhere. Because her mom is in California or whatever, so yeah, nothing transpired from that. Talked to a police officer. When I first talked to a police officer, nigga laughed. The nigga laughed like a nigga can't get stalked, and because of my size and her being a woman and whatnot, that it was a joke, obviously.
So listen to what I just told y'all. He just told you He went to the proper authorities. He went to the police station, and the cop just laughed at him. Just imagine that. Imagine being a guy that's trying to do the proper thing, that's trying to go about this the right way. And you go to the police and they just look at you and size you up. It's like, you got a stalker. It's like, that's crazy. Like, you're literally getting laughed out of the building. And you can see how embarrassing that is for him. Because let me make people understand some stuff. Men are not going to automatically be honest about situations and problems that they are actually going through. That takes a lot for a man to sit up there and do. Women can do that all day, every day. That's what women been doing since the beginning of time. Women will always sit up there, they'll scream, they'll holler, they'll find somebody to talk to. It's not that easy for a guy. And this is why. Because realistically, the world does not care about a man's problems. A man could be going through depression. He could be going through some negative internal thoughts to basically take himself off of this plane of existence. He could be going through anything. There's not going to be anybody there to legitimately help him or to care. Everybody will care about a woman's situation or whatever it is that she's going through. They'll empathize, sympathize, coddle, support. They'll do all of that. But when it comes to a guy that is going through the same or similar, nobody is there. Why? Because everybody has the whole perceived conception that, hey, you're a guy, you're strong, you can deal with it. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. You're a man at the end of the day. What you crying about, what you complaining about, just get out there, handle the situation, ignore it. People will give all of this dismissive type of advice, and people don't actually understand how detrimental that is to a guy. But like I said before, this is society, this is the world. So if people ever want to understand and know why it is that men are the way that they are, if women ever want to try to understand why it is that men don't try to talk out their feelings, it's because we can't. Because if a guy were to legitimately come and break down in front of a woman, you're automatically going to get seen as weak. Automatically. Well, let me break it down a little bit differently. If you are a black man in that position and you come and you break down into in front of a certain type of woman, you're going to be looked at as less than. You're not going to be respected. Right? You might get a little rub on the shoulder, but those women are not going to automatically deem or see you as strong. They're not going to have any type of actual respect for you because they'll be like, yo, you sitting up here breaking down and crying like me. It can't be, two of us that have the ability to do this. It can only be one. So not only does a man have to deal with the fact that you have other men out here that are going to be dismissive, right? Because those other men have never had any type of a shelter or an area to go to in order to go through their feelings or their emotions or anything like that. But then you also got women who will do the exact same thing. But the craziest part is when you go to a woman, you would think that they would understand because they have that shelter, right? They have that ability to just go to people and talk, right? They're able to get that support. They have a internal understanding, right? But obviously not. So again, for a lot of people out there that want to understand why it is that men don't go out here and share their feelings to people, this is why. Because at the end of the day, you're going to get laughed at. People are going to be dismissive. People are not going to value whatever it is that you have to say, and they're for damn sure not going to respect you. Because if people actually did respect you, then they would actually show it in their actions. They would actually be supportive, right? They would actually try to help you out, right?
Went to social media. Maybe the embarrassment would make her stop. The harassment of all the other people on social media harassing her maybe will make her stop. That didn't help. Went to the police station.
Hold on, I had to pause it right there. So I want y'all to understand how this man has to basically move. Let me just rewind this real quick, right? So if you look real close, you see his eyes are shifting directly to the left side of the screen, right? That's because he saw people, walking by, right? Slowly try to slowly actually like get it back there. Hold on, let me see.
To a police officer. When I first talked to the police officer,
Let your guard down.
when it went on for a while, and one of my first videos went viral, her mom's reached out and talked to her mom, try to get help that way. That didn't go anywhere. Because her mom was in California or whatever. So yeah, nothing transpired from that. Talked to a police officer. When I first talked to the police officer, nigga laughed. The nigga laughed like a nigga can't get stalked, and because of my size and her being a woman and whatnot, that it was a joke, obviously. Went to
See, that's the part that I wanted y'all to notice. During the whole instance that he's in his car, he can't even keep direct focus because he has to divert a lot of his attention to basically paying attention to his surroundings so that he can know specifically who is directly around him, because this woman has been stalking him. Right? So like I said, there are certain signs directly there to show you how uncomfortable, like, again, no matter how strong this dude looks, again, he's a coach, this dude is a trainer, he works out, all of that, no matter how physically strong he looks, you can see how this is basically affecting him, how this is getting at him mentally, right? You would have thought that in a sense that he's looking for ops, and it's like, it's not even the case. This is a woman that is sitting up there following, that has traveled, that has stalked him, that knows, where he lives and all of these things.
social media, maybe the embarrassment would make her stop. The harassment of all the other people on social media harassing her maybe will make her stop. That didn't help. Went to the police station, asked about getting a police report and a restraining order, and they said that I have to go to the constable precinct. Went to the constable precinct. They said they don't do police reports, or they don't do restraining orders. They only do protective orders. And they said I don't qualify for a protective order because me and her never dated. Me and her aren't roommates, and we're not family. The only protective orders can do, you can only get a protective order for those reasons.
So remember that. So he went to the police station not once, but twice, but 3 times. So the first time he was laughed out, as if, again, as he stated, as if a man can't sit up there and get stalked. So then he went to another precinct to try to get an order of protection or whatnot. And they told him, well, hey, we understand, but we don't specifically do that here. We're going to, have you do the ring around, and we're going to send you somebody else because we don't really want to do our job, nor do we care because you're a man and you're getting stalked. That's impossible, right? So he goes to a third precinct. And then they sit up here and say, we don't actually do that here. And, even if we were, and if it was actually happened the way that you're saying it, you got to fit certain criteria in order for that to even fall through. So going back to what the black woman sat up there and told y'all, who had to defend herself by using her own weapon in order to aim directly at and harm the stalker that she had. She sat up there and specifically told y'all, with all of her paperwork, do not have any trust or faith in the police because they are not here to protect and serve you. He just literally told you that without even saying it. The black woman told you. He's sitting up there telling you that without even saying it. He's telling you by his experiences and what it is that he specifically went through, going to the police, not once, not twice, but 3 times. Like I said before, I don't know how else to, explain these things to people when it deals with the police, but let's keep going.
And they said I can't get a restraining order there. I would have to hire an attorney to get a restraining order. And I can't do a police report because I don't have her information. And it would just be me saying what someone did to me, and not really having her information on there wouldn't help me with anything. So it just hits a dead end. I would have to I would have to hire an attorney and then let their attorney do whatever he do, which I'm not about to pay money to hire an attorney to get a restraining order. When I've called the cops before and they don't come for hours, Me getting a restraining order isn't going to do much unless they can catch her in the act, which they more than likely won't. Only thing a restraining order would do would protect me if something physical had to happen and I got arrested or something like that, I had to go to court. I can say, yep, I had the restraining order, boom, boom, boom. But I think I have enough evidence to where I can show, like, yes, I have taken steps to get this shit resolved legally, and nothing. So, yeah, and for people who saying and I like it and I just want the attention and whatnot, this shit was going on for an entire year before I ever posted anything. An entire year before I posted anything. No, I don't like it. I get plenty of attention I don't need her attention. If we're being realistic, I get plenty of attention elsewhere. I don't need that type of attention. I don't like it. It's very, very annoying. But yeah, y'all be easy.
So you heard him, right? He also stated that he's made phone calls and all of these. He's taken the necessary steps. Now, I promise you, if anything happens to get physical where he feels that, yo, I need to actually like defend myself from this and all, I promise you there's going to be loads of people on social, man, it wasn't even that serious. Man, you see your size, you could have easily just, put her down or placed her down gently. And right, people will have all of these theories and people will, say all of these things that he could have done. But it's very easy to say that when you're specifically not in the situation. It's easy to be from the seat of just a watcher and able to critique what it is that another person is doing. It's very easy not going through that situation to sit back and say, oh, well, let me theorize a couple of ideas on how you could have handled it. Like I said, this dude been going through this for about a year that he stated. Now, originally for me, I said a few years. So I was a little bit incorrect there. So he said he's been going through this for about a year, or at least from when this video was posted, right? And that's completely crazy. And as he stated, like, hey, her mom is not specifically doing anything about it because she's all the way in California, right? So how is it that he's going to receive any help? He's gone to her family. He's gone directly to the police. He called the police. And as he stated before, sometimes he'll sit up there and call the police. But at the end of the day, the police don't even show up properly. They're going to decide to show up, hours after the initial thing took place. And even if they were to show up, chances are they're not going to specifically catch her in the act of actually stalking him, being at either his gym or at his home or delivering things directly to his house. So it's like, what is he supposed to do? What is he supposed to do? Like, he literally has no type of choices, no type of options on how it is that he's supposed to specifically protect himself. And that's crazy. That makes no sense. Again, a lot of people always say that if you ever go through instances like this, you need to go through the proper channels. But what people don't realize is that trying to go through the proper channels is the slowest process possible. And by the time that anything can happen by way of those proper channels, the person is probably in the hospital or they're 6 feet. And again, I just want to reiterate, just because Coach Kells is a guy that physically he is in shape, he has height and everything, it don't mean that harm cannot come to him. I get tired of seeing that notion directly on social media, even by guys. Guys be like, man, you could have you could have just sat up there and you don't really gotta hit a woman or do whatnot or whatever. You could just like bear hug her, you can restrain her. And like, yo, if that girl gets to the point where she's like, yo, you're really not paying attention to me, and she starts escalating this, where she wants to start using, let's say, like knives and stuff like that, yo, unless you're Batman, fine, you can go right out there and try to do some hand-to-hand combat and go out there and catch a knife in between your pinky finger or something like that. Go right ahead. Go knock yourself right on out. But for average, everyday guys, don't be stupid. Don't listen to a lot of these dudes out here that sit up there and say that, yo, no matter what happens, you shouldn't be trying to defend yourself again. This woman is crazy. She is literally sending this dude food. Again, you don't know what specifically she did to that food. I just already showed y'all a video about a day or so ago where the wife or the ex-wife of a woman that is a veteran, she was going out of her way to poison him because she wanted the insurance money. And again, let me just reiterate, he is a veteran. This is a guy who is a part or was a part of the military, retired. And yet, even he was going through an instance where a woman in his life decided that she wanted to do something negative to him. Like I said, see how that can escalate? And that's marriage. They live together. They weren't going through a divorce or anything like that. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me see if I can find that clip because I want to make myself very clear. Because I feel like I gotta, clearly bring up the examples, that I'm talking about, because sometimes, people cannot directly follow certain things. Because to me, like I said, it's completely crazy. Let's just watch this for an example.
Supposed to trust the ones you love, but sometimes they're the most dangerous. This is Melody Feliciano Johnson. She's seen here pouring bleach into her Air Force husband's coffee maker. She seemingly really wants that life insurance money. The husband started noticing his coffee tasting strange, so he began to investigate.
Whatever's in there's a lot of it.
That bottle was pulled out.
He would eventually hand over all of the evidence, and Melody was arrested for attempted homicide.
So you were able to see that. This was his wife, a woman that was in his life. She decided that over the course of, whatever, amount of time it was, that she wanted to start taking like capfuls or certain amounts of bleach and putting it in his coffee maker because she knows that he likes his coffee and he drinks it, I guess, periodically throughout, the day. And you see her literally in this still, she's putting the bleach directly in there. So again, this is not me making it up. This is not, oh, this is all fake and all. Nah, this is real. It's been documented. You can look it up if you want to. Stuff like this happens. Women are dangerous. This is proof of that. It doesn't matter if it's a stalker. It doesn't even matter if it's a woman that you're married to. Things like this can happen to a guy. And I'm going to reiterate, this is a guy. He is a veteran, which means he can more than well defend himself versus quite a many of people. But this was happening to him. And like I told people before, it doesn't matter how large or how big you are as a guy, how much muscles, whatever it is that you got. If you got somebody out here that poisons you and you ingest said poison, you're as weak as a newborn baby. It's nothing you can do. It don't matter the training that you got. It don't matter the physical strength that you got. It don't matter the mental fortitude that, like, it is curtains for you. You're going to be on that floor begging for the person not to do anything. You'll rather have them sit up there and take the house, steal from you, all of these other types of things, because you know that you don't have any power over your body at this moment in time because it has been compromised by whatever it is that you took in, whatever it is that you ingested, that they specifically put into either your food, coffee, or what have you. But like I said, stuff like this happens every single day, but you're not going to hear a lot of stories about this because there's not a safe possible place for men to specifically speak on these things. And then on top of that, even if guys were to speak on this, all that's going to happen is that you will see fields of women. They'll be like, oh, but what about it's bad that this happened. What about the hundreds of thousands of women that are in these shelters? What about the hundreds of thousands of women that had to get restraining orders? And like I said, it'll come down to the whole fact of like, yeah, this is happening to guys, but women deal with a whole much more worse. It's worse when women have to sit up there and deal with it. Look at this story of this woman losing her life and losing the kids, and it'll become that thing because you have a lot of women out here that feel that women are the only ones that have a corner on, feeling any type of pain or any type of fear. So there is no specific area of which a guy could safely come out and speak on his experiences of going through the same thing of being stalked or somebody planning to take his life. It's just not. It's just not. And that's due to the effect of realistically everybody, both male and female. And like I said, it's crazy that it's like that. It's crazy that situations like this even exist where you have to, either have other people who have gone through the situation, such as with the coach, right? It's a shame that you have to have a woman that has paperwork, right? Let me go back there. Like this woman here, she has all the paperwork of her previous stalker. She had to literally come on TikTok and showcase this in order to speak up for this man. And then the other interesting fact is that you'll have some women directly out there because of the feelings that they have. They don't want to say anything, right, directly about it. Now, we'll give credit to this. In the comment sections under Coach Kell's um, IG, that's his, his IG right there. So if you want to happen to ask any questions, if you want to go through, some of his videos as well, you can clearly go there and do that and show, type of support. I would give credit where credit is due. You do have women in the comment section that are calling the woman following him around crazy, in a sense, calling her out as much as they can and showing some type of support. And that at least goes to state that everybody online is not as ignorant as the loudmouths that we normally have that we're able to see every single day on a variety of videos. So, shout out to those women who understand a situation and a problem, and they're going to, go out there and show support. And, hopefully, they're also wishing them well and hoping for everything to be good with the safety and whatnot. But again, this is a problem. This is a problem, that needs to get fixed. And for me, I don't even know specifically what to tell you on how this problem could get fixed. I don't know specifically what to tell you. There was another video directly up here dealing with her. I'm going to see if I can actually find it real quick, because in another video he actually confronted her, and she was, I think he might have been jogging or sitting directly in his car, and he was sitting up there confronting her, and she just had a bewildered, type of look like on her face. And I'm like, why are you even there? Matter of fact, I think, okay, so that is, let me see. So that's the video I didn't add to it. Okay. So let me see if I can get this video directly for you guys. I think I have this one in the background so you can also get a clear look at her face. Let me see here. Got to go to all files. Trying to find this really, really quick. Okay, I didn't get that one. So let me download that one so I can show it to you. Because y'all need to understand, how serious these things are. And also how delusional these people are. Because remember, the black woman sat up there and told you, like, yo, you have these people speaking in third or whatever person and bringing God into the situation, sitting up there saying that, hey, God told them to get in contact with them. God told them to do this and that and all these other things, right? So let's go directly to that video. I got it for you. Let me post that right here.
Telling me to look at this. Come on. It's about this guy named Coach Kells, and supposedly he has a stalker?
We're not about to keep doing this shit. I'm not about to keep doing this shit.
Okay, wait,
No.
listen.
There's nothing to listen to.
My phone is dead.
I don't give a fuck. You're trying to lose your life.
Are you listening?
You're trying to lose your life.
Okay, well first
You're trying to lose your life.
Now, I want y'all to understand, he kept telling her, he was like, hey, you're trying to, and I'm trying to make y'all understand, this dude is being nice. He's not, trying to get physical or whatnot or whatever. He's being vocal, right? He's setting boundaries. He's letting her know, like, yo, this is ridiculous. You're doing way too much. You're trying to lose your life. He said it about 4 to 5 times to let her know how dangerous this can potentially get. Because this dude is like, he's fed up with this whole situation. He's tired of this woman showing up to the gym, his house, trying to contact him, all of these things. But she's being dismissive. This is letting you know how crazy and how mentally unstable she is if she cannot understand that, yo, maybe this is a problem. Maybe I need to stop. Maybe I am, causing an issue where there shouldn't even be an issue.
My phone is completely
I don't
off.
care. What does that got to do with me?
I'm going in the library. I'm about to go
The
to
library? There's no library at my school.
listen.
The school you just fucking followed me from.
I go to that library behind
Sure.
you. It's behind you.
You were just at my school.
Okay.
And when I pulled off, you pulled off. And then when you try to follow me, I pull behind you. Because at this point, I know your car.
Because I'm going to the
Why do
library.
you know what school I go to?
I'm going to the library.
Why do you know what school I go to?
I go to school too.
Why do you know what school I go to, and why do you know my schedule? I don't understand.
Whoa, something's off. She seems real proud for being a stalker.
So this is the other thing that I want guys to understand. Yeah, she's cute, but don't let that sit up there and fool you. Don't allow the attractiveness of a woman to bring down your guard so much that you will okay or allow certain types of behavior, because that's how it works. Case in point, you can go to certain plants directly in nature. You can go to lady slippers or a lot of other types of plants where they may appear very beautiful, but realistically, they have other intentions, such as putting sweet nectar or sweet smelling things in order to attract insects. And once those insects are captured on that plant, they're stuck. The plant closes up and eats them. It digests them. Right? So, like I said, this is the exact same instance. This is a person that is attractive. It's not like the person is hit or like some Jabba the Hutt type of thing. It's not exactly at all close to what we're dealing with here. So again, this is another reason why you saw dudes online talking about, man, I wish I had a stalker. It's like, man, you got a problem with her sitting up there stalking you? That's crazy. You probably just can't sit up there and you probably just intimidated. Nah, she crazy. She is crazy. Like I said, for those out there that want to test their life, you want to test your might, like Mortal Kombat would say, go right out there, knock yourself right on out. Go ahead and right on do it and end up losing your life. And I ain't going to sit up there and say nothing about it. I am not going to feel sorry. I'm more than likely not going to say my condolences. Nothing. Because that's on you at the end of the day, because you want to be stupid enough to fall for insanity, fall for craziness because of how, quote unquote, the flesh looks. Let's continue.
She probably don't even think she a stalker.
Listen. Before you get this pretty face, okay? I gotta tell you my name first.
I don't care what your name is.
You do care.
I don't.
Care.
Stop the
You
bullshit.
wanna care though, right?
Once I get this restraining order,
Have we
and
ever?
you keep doing this shit.
Have we ever locked eyes before?
Once I get this restraining order,
Have we locked eyes?
and you keep doing this shit, I promise you,
Have we
your
locked
life
eyes?
is in danger.
Have we ever locked eyes?
Your life is gonna be in danger.
Have we ever locked eyes?
It's my last time. I'm getting a restraining order today. Once I get it,
Are you listening?
you keep doing this, your life is in danger.
Listen, this right here,
I don't care.
I go to school.
I don't care.
No, you
They should have taught you some shit. Like I just said. I'm gonna say it one more time.
Listen.
I'm gonna get this restraining order. Once I get this restraining order,
Who are you talking about?
once I get this restraining order,
Who are you talking about?
if you keep doing this, your life is gonna be in danger.
This girl is truly convinced that they're like supposed to be together or something. And for how fed up he is, this must have been going on for a while.
Yep. And you kept hearing her when she was talking. She was like, "Who are you talking about? Who are you talking about? Who are you referring to?" He's literally sitting up there telling you, like, "Yo, after I get this restraining order, your life is in danger." Like I said, a guy should not have to repeat himself multiple times. Let me just repeat that to a lot of women out here. No man, if a guy has to sit up there and tell you something once, pay attention to what it is that he tells you. He shouldn't have to sit up there and clarify himself and repeat himself multiple times for you to sit up there and get through it. He shouldn't. Like I said, this is a very, very dangerous situation. And I went through and I looked on his TikTok, and I think I posted the last video that I had it, directly in a long form video. That was like the last one that he's posted, at this moment in time. So maybe he might be taking a little, reprieve, might be trying to just relax and decompress, from the situation because he's been dealing with it, for so long. Again, this is insane. This is 100% insane that he has to go through this and nothing is going to get done. Literally nothing. It's 100% ridiculous. So, for me, I'm just going to state that I hope for the health and safety of everyone, because it's a very, terrible thing when a person has to take a life, because that will change you. I don't care what nobody has to say about it. That will change you. It will change your outlook on yourself. That will change the outlook on how you see people, human life. That will also change the outlook of how people also see you. Like I said, everything has consequences. You got to pay a toll for every single thing that you do. So, I very much just hope that it doesn't get to the point where Coach Kells has to really defend himself, against this woman. I really, really hope that it doesn't, because that would be a very sad day, because I promise you, he's not going to be the same person. He's not. The way, he basically moves and goes about things. It's not. Like, it's crazy. It is completely crazy. So let me just go through real quick and give shout outs to some of the people in here. Shout out to Sage, the Boulder in the building, Black First Coffee. We got Trending Hot Seat said, "Oh my God, it's been I've been looking for your channel for a year." Yeah, that's the let me just highlight that up there. That's due to the effect of YouTube liking to shadow ban content. I got about 3 channels, and YouTube likes to shadow ban. It's not even just YouTube. It's been this way on TikTok. TikTok was at least nice enough to give me a notification, let me know that they won't show the content that I got listed to the general public. They'll only show it to people that basically follow or have already previously liked the content. They'll show it to their friends and maybe their followers and stuff like that, right? So I'm pretty much closed in on the amount of people that can actually see or view the content there. IG has done that a variety of ways, and again, the views have not even the views, the followers on there has stayed at just a number. And I'm like, so out of all of the people that have literally watched a lot of the clips directly up there, I'm talking like thousands of people, none of them really, in a sense, followed as of recently. Word, really? That's what's going on. And then of course you got YouTube. And I just want to reiterate, I've been posting videos on this channel, on the original channel now, and supernaturally these subscribers are falling off, as if magically people just, it's like, oh, his channel is live again, let me just randomly unsubscribe. Let's have like 150 people or 160 people just unanimously decide to unsubscribe continuously. So yeah, it's completely crazy. And again, my apologies to a lot of those out there who may follow me on all 3 YouTube channels or on other social media platforms. There's nothing or very little that I can actually do directly about that when it deals with the quote unquote powers that be who control these platforms. Whenever they decide that they want to shadow ban and they don't want people to see your content, that's what's going to happen. Even for a lot of you guys that are subscribed specifically to the channel, again, I know that a lot of y'all still over the years still don't get notifications. I got people that actually show up to live streams continuously, and they're like, yo, the only reason I even knew that you went live was by way of the fact that I was even on YouTube and it was on the front page. So, like I said, I know exactly what it is, but the only thing I can do is just try to do my best, put videos directly up every single day, and do live streams in the hopes that some notifications will go out and will happen to work. So yeah, it's a little bit tough right there. Mark Biz said I had lost his channel for a year before. Wow, that's crazy. Like I said, and some of y'all have been unsubscribed as well too. Because for a long time, I can't speak for other content creators, but on YouTube, they've stated in the background, it was like, hey, we're going through your subscriber list and we're going to be deleting inactive profiles or what have you. Right. So again, YouTube will specifically do these things. So, if you start to see your favorite content creators talking about a drop in numbers or in viewers or in subscribers, you have these platforms that will decide to do those type of things in the background. Right. Ultra said, yo, what is up, Ultra? Ultra said, I've been through similar in the 90s in a community college. Trying to be nice went wrong, and this young lady went crazy on campus trying to get my attention and stalked me in my classes. I told this one female friend about her and what she was doing, and she literally approached her and whispered something in her ear on campus, and problem solved, including consistent strange calls. Yo, whoever that woman is, like, yo, that's a good one right there. That's a good one. Like a woman that can just automatically stop that from happening, or like I said, I don't know what she said. Hopefully it wasn't like anything like ultra, detrimental, and stuff like that. But I'm glad that that situation was fixed, was completely sorted out. I'm glad yours had a positive ending. I'm hoping for the same thing when it deals with Coach Kells. I hope for the same thing. Shout out to Zaire, much love, respect, and appreciation. We got Jacquees Waller said, as my homie told me, while you're sleeping, they're thinking, be aware. That's facts. That's facts. Zaire said, if I have an emotional problem, I get on YouTube and watch Seji's videos, and that mostly helps. Much love. Much love. I'm glad, something I can do has a positive effect. So, that is very awesome. Again, shout out to Gail. Shout out to J Love. Much love, respect, and appreciation. And again, shout out to Hack and anybody else that is also a part of the live stream as well. Again, I just want people to know and understand that whenever you have situations such as stalking that occur, to always take those things serious. Never be dismissive. Never just joke about the situation, because that last joke that you make about the situation could very easily be your last joke. And again, I say to a lot of you guys, like, I never want to be at the point of a time as a content creator where I have to do a story about y'all. Like, I never want to have to do anything like that. So again, I put out a lot of stories not only to make people aware, but to hopefully let you guys know, like, yo, I don't want this to be y'all. I don't want y'all to specifically go through any of this, any of these problems or issues, any of the different types of heartbreaks or situations that I've pointed out that have gone on with other people's friends, families, or their loved ones. So again, because like I said before, as a content creator, I can only do so much, and I will try to do the things that I can from the position that I'm in, with the little bit that I have. So I think what I'm going to do is let me see, hold on. Ultra said, yeah, I don't know still to this day what she said. Yo, Nasty Dilla, what is up? What is up? Said that's crazy what PewTube is doing, bro. They turned it off. They turned off your notifications and then have the nerve to say that people are not watching you and unsubscribe them. Yeah. Yep. Yo, Sham, what is up? What is up? What's up? Sham said was watching quietly while cooking today, but I did want to add always set up camera security surveillance and have evidence. So let me just highlight that for people, because again, this is a serious topic there that people should not ever take lightly. So this is very good and sound advice here, that if, let's say, if you have a car, if you have a home, if you value your safety in any type of way, shape, or form, put up cameras. Put up cameras inside of your home. Put up cameras on the outside of your home. Also, make sure that you have a cloud server or whatnot so that you can back up anything that is being recorded by way of your home surveillance devices. Um, have, a Ring doorbell. Make sure you got other devices where you can, watch stuff directly from, you know, uh, your cell phone if you just so happen to be out. Because again, some people who are stalking you, they will know how it is that you move. People may think that they move randomly or do stuff, but no, everything has like a sign directly to it, right? Everything has that little consistent area. You just have to pay close enough attention to basically spot and realize. You got some people that have watched people for so long, like private eyes, they know you to a T. They know when it is that you're going to go to Starbucks and get a coffee. They know when it is that you're going to go get fast food. They know when you're going to the market. They know when you go to a relative's house, right? They'll know a lot of things that you might not specifically realize or understand, that there are, certain consistent steps that even you follow, right? Um, and again, also make sure to get your license to carry. And this is the main thing that I tell people before. Make sure to have your license to carry. Make sure you take all of these situations as serious as possible, because the person that's stalking you does not mean any type of good at all. We've seen this happen with celebrities, where celebrities have stalkers, and these people will go directly into the celebrity's mansion. They'll sleep directly in their beds, or they'll break into their homes while the celebrity is there. And they'll state that, oh, it is destined for us to be together. God told me to do it. It is the will of the Lord. It's all of these things. They'll sit up there and say, oh, I'm your wife, or I'm your husband. We have kids together, and why are you ignoring my calls? And don't you, like, I'm telling you, like, these people are very unhinged and crazy. Please take these things serious. Please take them serious. Never. I'm going to just try to reiterate, because I've shown you guys some other stories that are not really like Coach Kel's, but they're far worse off, where people ended up inevitably losing their life to their stalker. So please don't take this lightly. And again, do not solely depend on the police to be the ones to go out there and protect you, because they're not going to protect you. They're not. And again, coming from a
In self-defense when he kicked.
Going back to this woman here, let me see if I can minimize that. She even stated that the worst thing that she did was go out there and, believe that the police were going to do anything. So let me just give y'all that again.
I made the terrible mistake of operating under the assumption that the police were put in place to serve and protect. That is not the case, and I learned the hard way. Worst thing that you could probably possibly do is to let your guard down, because the person who is stalking you is a woman.
So you heard what it is, and that was coming from a woman. Like I said, people need to pay attention. As a man, the worst thing that you can do, and this is coming from a woman who dealt with a stalker, which she had to physically defend herself against by using a weapon. She said the worst thing that you can do is let your guard down, because she is a woman. So again, if you go on social media, you happen to see all of these quote unquote macho alpha guys sitting up there talking about they ain't worried about no woman, can't no woman do nothing. They ain't really actually dealt with the woman who is about that life, who will go to the ends of the earth in order to do or get the things that she specifically, they ain't really dealt with that. So again, it's easy for them to to take that stance because you're dealing with people who never actually dealt with it. They didn't deal with a woman coming at them trying to take their life with a car, trying to take their life by poisoning them, trying to use sharp objects or bullets to basically aim at, maim them, and they didn't deal with that. So it's easy for them to sit up there and say that, oh, I ain't worried about no woman. She can't do no harm to me. That's just a woman. Like I said, that's stupid. At any point in time, the most stupidest thing that a guy can sit up there and do is be dismissive of any type of person that has the potential or the ability to cause harm directly to you. That's the stupidest thing that you can do as a guy. That just shows that you got just way too much pride and ego and whatnot or whatever. You just think that you're the king of kings and can't nobody touch you. Like I said, that's stupid as a man to ever have that type of mentality. Because already within that, you've already defeated yourself. That person already won. Because you're already slipping up consistently because you think that this person can't do nothing to you. Like I said, again, I'm going to sound like a broken record. If anybody that you know has dealt with a stalker, is dealing with a stalker, if it's even you yourself, do, the things that are necessary. Get your license to carry. Or even if you might not have your license to carry, make sure you have something directly there to protect yourself just in case. Make sure that you have records. It don't matter if it's Facebook, Snapchat, whatever it is. Make sure you have records of a person continuously harassing and coming directly after you. Make sure you have the emails, the phone calls, the voicemails. Make sure you have all of that. Right? Make sure that you put cameras directly up, both on your car, both in your house, and also when it reiterates, you can also have a camera directly on you. It don't matter if it's a spy camera or it doesn't matter if it's a GoPro. Like I said, make sure that you have as much information as possible because it may just come down to showdown. And at the end of the day, if you win that showdown, you're going to have to sit up there and be in front of a jury and a judge. And you're going to have people on the other side trying to state that it wasn't that serious. Why did you go to this extent? Why didn't you go to the police? Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? So again, I'm sounding like a broken record, but I'm reiterating this so that people can get a clear-cut understanding of how serious the situation is and, where this situation can potentially lead. And again, I don't want anybody losing their life dealing with a situation, such as this. Either because you did everything and the people that were supposed to do it didn't do anything, or you did less because you had the feeling that you're stronger or more intimidating than the person. So you decided to let, your guard down. Dee Dee Lump said, that's why I waited for my Heavenly Father to send me my king. I guess to deal with that stalking mess. I got you. Black said, G. Sham said, oh, and alert your neighbors to the person. Okay, let me put that up there. Sham also stated, alert your neighbors to the person, family, friends, so that they're aware. And when you get your license to carry, take some training classes so you won't panic when in trouble. Yep. That's facts. That is bars. Let me see. Sham later stated, I had a stalker when I was 15, but my dad took care of that dude. I never saw him again. He used to stand outside of my bedroom window at night. My second stalker got stun gunned by me and I moved after. Like I said, and again, this is somebody who has gone through this and basically giving you examples. This is how serious this stuff is directly out here. This is why if for some of the content maybe on the secondary channel, if it's, if that's there, I've gone over videos where you have had fathers that noticed to realize that something was happening. And, they had to, deal with those situations because, of course, that's, their daughters. And other instances of, people having to, specifically deal with a stalker, physically or however it is that they had to deal with them. Again, these are very serious things. This is why I also like doing live streams, because it's a lot easier for me to highlight a lot of these things, or these examples, to showcase how real these things are. Like I said before, I don't wish this on nobody. I don't hope that anybody has to deal with this situation, because it's a very detrimental and negative situation. I'm pretty sure that it can have a negative effect on a person's mental. Right. Yo, what is up, Jacob? What is up? What is up? What is up? Much love, respect, and appreciation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this live stream, and I'm going to start it right back up with another live stream and some other videos separate away from this topic, so I could just keep the the live streams separate, and again, it being a serious situation, I want it to be focused on. So that's how I'm gonna try to go about the live streams from now on, to move on to different topics. So if you would like to watch the next live stream, I'm going to do that. It just takes me a couple of seconds, and I got you. So I'll be right back.